Hi, friend, and welcome back to another episode of Design Your Happiness. I'm Rebecca Hayes, and today we're going to be talking about why it just is a red flag to take action in your life, career, or business. You know, the single worst answer to any question is it's always been this way, or it just is, or some other variation. Seriously, I've hated this answer for as long as I can remember. And when I ask a question and this is the answer that I get, it just makes me ask more questions because I legitimately do not understand. And that's kind of the point. If you ask a question and the answer that you get is it's always been this way or whatever variation they use, it means that no one understands why you're actually doing it that way. Somebody started it, they explained it to somebody else, they kept passing it on. The reasons got lost, or maybe there were really no good reasons, anyways. So if it doesn't make sense, or it doesn't work really well, or you can think of a better way to do it, then ask all the questions you can so you can get to the bottom of how it started or why, and try to find a better way for everyone. You're probably wondering why I started off with that today. But the same is true in your life or career or business. When you start looking around and you can't remember why you're doing something, or you start to feel stuck, or like things are just the way they are, this is just as good as it gets, or this is just the way it has to be, that should send off a signal like a beaming red light because we have a lot more power than we realize. Maybe not in the way that you think or want, but you have the ultimate power over yourself and the way in which you react, the actions that you take, the things that you choose or choose not to do, the people you associate with, and so much more. So when you start to feel like you're settling or you're not quite sure why something is, especially when it comes to your life, career, or business, it's time to start asking questions. And you can start by figuring out the origin, where the idea came from. What made you need to start doing it or want to start doing it? And if you can't trace it all the way back, that's okay. You don't have to know this, but sometimes it is helpful to understand where it came from in the first place. But if you don't know, you can skip to the second step, or when you figure it out, the next thing that you want to do is to think about what it is doing for you now or not doing. And when you have that answer, you can start to see how it's going to fit in or not fit in going forward. Whatever it is, whether it's the answer that somebody else gives you, or it's the way that you start to feel in your own life, career, or business, when you get that sense that it feels off, that you're a little stuck in your ways, and especially when you can't remember why or no one can explain it to you, it's time to put on your investigator cap and get to work. Because odds are it's time to either reconnect and realign to how it arrived in the first place, or to look at doing things differently as you go forward so that you can have the life, career, or business that you really want. I'll say that again. When you start to get the sense that you don't know why you're doing it, that you're feeling stuck, that no one can explain to you or give you a good reason why it is the way that it is, it's time to start looking for answers. It's time to do things differently and to take action because it's not going to change on its own. So you can either reconnect and realign to what started it all in the first place because somebody or all of you have forgotten along the way, or you can start to look at how to do things differently, how to change things to make it better for you and everyone else so that you and those around you can have the life, career, or business that you and they really want. And that's it for today. So until next time, keep designing your happiness. Hey there, friend. I believe that in life and in business, your mindset is the most likely thing to hold you back. So, we're going to be here every week working it out so you can move closer to that life you've only been dreaming about until now. I'll see you back here for our next episode. And if you're loving what you're hearing, please take a minute to leave a review. All right, I'll see you next time.